Hello everyone, ShaktiShivaTarot here. I've been out for a little while doing a little recuperation from my mini vacation celebration. So back to the energies at hand. Today's a new moon in Sagittarius. We've got some Sagittarius sun and moon energies going on right now. Sorry for the noise in the back. We're redoing the bathroom, so it might get noisy here and there as to there's people working. So I am being guided to do a spread for the twin flame union, whether you're in separation or in physical union or somewhere in between. But this is for the divine feminine and the divine masculine, those of you who feel like you are on a twin flame journey. Whether you feel like you've met your twin or not, whether you feel like you're with your twin or not, this is a spread for all and every twin out there. And if you don't know if you're a twin or not and you want to stick around anyways, listen in. It could very well be you. If you're guided here, maybe you're with someone or you're about to meet your twin and this information is coming to you for a reason. There are ways of finding out whether you are or are not here to fulfill the mission of a twin flame. And if that's something that you would like to find out, it's something that I could find out for you. So if you need guidance on whether you are a twin flame or not, or whether you have met your twin flame or not, or whether the person that you're with and thinking about or wanting to be with and thinking about is your twin flame or not, I can possibly help you in that department. So if you would like to send me an email or comment below, please do so and we could get that started for you. So, like I said, I was guided to do a spread for the twin flame journey, whether you're in union or not. So this is for all signs. It's a general read, but it's for this journey of the twin flame because it's very specific. This information that came in is a very specific journey, and you will either resonate with it or you will not. So I've called upon the divine creator, the Holy Spirit, Lord Ganesha, Lakshmi, Shakti Shiva, Urzuli, Frida, my spirit guides, my ancestors, my spirit animals, my shamans, my angels, and the whole entourage to be present during this read. And so let's go ahead and get started. I've already pulled the cards out. Like I said, it was something I was cleaning and shuffling my cards, and cards just kind of started popping and flying out. And normally I don't take any of them while I'm cleaning and shuffling the decks, but something told me, hey, anything that pops out either falls on the ground or falls face up, pull out and keep to the side. So I did. And then I had my spirit guides and my angels and the divine creator and the Holy Spirit and everybody on my spiritual entourage team help me put the cards together in the correct order. And so it goes like this. So I have used the Lovers Tarot deck by Chris Walder. I have also used the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland. And these are, my go-tos. I put the links and the names down below. So if you are drawn to any of them, you can look them up down there. This is the Archangel Oracle deck, or actually this is the Archangel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue. This is Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland. And this is the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. Did not, oh yes I did. Gypsy Witch deck by can't really see. Gypsy Witch, there's only one. These are my new prized possession, the Jungian Tarot deck by Robert Wong. I am heavily drawn to this deck. I have used the spiritual animal deck by Chris Cran. Let me pull the book up for you so you can see that. Or Kim Kranz, I'm sorry. Animal Spirit deck by Kim Kranz. And last but not least, by Liv Tarot, the Twin Flame Separation deck. So obviously this is just for those of you who are in separation. All right. So I'm going to start with our Gypsy Witch deck that runs down the center. So this is kind of just the core of the situation. And I will include the bottom one also, which is from the Jungian Tarot. So I'm going to go down the center, and then I'll work the right side of the deck, which is where the information of what's happening, the situation, right? This is past, present, future. I have clarifiers. I'm also doing it in rows this way, as in using this row to clarify each card and this row to clarify each card. So I'm going to do a little crisscross work over here. This bottom deck, where this bottom row where the Jungian Tarot cards are just kind of like solidifying and confirming and giving guidance as to where the situation is headed. So whereas we have past, present, and future, this is kind of like the guidance and the guidance from spirit down here. As to the whole entire situation. But then we have our Moonology, which is going to kind of solidify things for us and give us any extra knowledge and wrap things up. So I'll read that one at the end. But then we also have the Archangels and the Ascended Masters and our spirit animals over here. So this is going to also be our guidance section. And then I have our messages from the twins that are separated. And yeah, so we'll work in that direction. Okay. So right off the bat, starting from the center, core of the situation, a new love will begin. So this is a new love, and doesn't necessarily mean a new person, but it can be. It could be that you are moving into a new loving energy between you and your other. So where maybe if you were in separation, there is this new love coming in, because obviously the separation caused some kind of falling out, some kind of rift. There is this, it's almost like what I am being shown is like we are closing the door to the past, the chapters that we've already worked through that have created a lot of growth, right? The doors to those past experiences that may have brought up a lot of karmic situations, a lot of karmic turmoil, a lot of karmic needing to wrap up of karmic situations, right? Like needing to experience these karmic situations so that we can work past them, so that we can move closer to union. So it's like we're finally closing the door on all that happened, that maybe we were in different energies, right? So that, I don't want to say that person, right? Because you're still the same person, but there's been so much growth from the beginning of this journey and when it started to accelerate, right? Because we all know that it possibly for the majority of this group, I mean, it can be different time frames for everybody. But there was a sense of an acceleration in our spiritual growth towards our mission, towards our path, towards finding our other, towards union, right? Towards physical union. And it may have just been an underlining subconscious feeling of restlessness, of not really knowing what to do or where to go, but you're like, there's somewhere there's something that I need to fulfill. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is, where it is, if it's something, if it's a place, if it's a thing, if it's a job, if it's a project, but you feel this sense of restlessness that created this catapult and this accelerated motion towards that path, whether you knew it or not, right? And so it's like that person who you were when that first started, that journey first started, when you first started working towards the acceleration of your spiritual growth, learning self, whether it be in a relationship or out of a relationship, right? Whether you were with your other or not when this moment happened. But the acceleration of that path towards your mission, you started at, like, let's say level 1 or level 2, right? And you've leveled up since then. In the time, let's hope, right, since then, you've leveled up and you've created an evolution in your own self since then. And so that's what we're closing the door to, right? Is that old sense of self that wasn't experienced, that didn't have the knowledge of the lessons because they hadn't come in yet. But through those experiences, with or without your other, through this journey, you've grown spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and or all of the above, right? Or some, maybe some you're still working on, or obviously we're still working on all of them, right? We will forever and always be. But maybe you've been focusing in some areas more than others. But the point is that we're closing the door on those energies that we've already worked through, where some of us may have still been kind of lingering onto them and maybe just subconsciously going through those patterns and not really understanding why we were. I feel like we're coming to a final closing of that. And so because of that, there is these new energies coming in, this new person coming in, this new love beginning. It's a new love that begins. And this is the crowning of the situation. So this is like, it's the crowning of the situation, the crowning energies of the situation. New love is coming in, whether, like I said, it be with a new person or with somebody that you're already with, or you've already been with, that you're maybe in separation, but that you already know, or a complete new person that you've never met before. At least in this life, right? So, crowning energies. Heart of the center, there's true friendship here. This is the card of true friendship. So at the heart of this union is true friendship, whether you've met this person or not. And it's just, this is the typical, this is what we want in all relationships, right? Is the love and friendship, right? And we have crowning love, and at the heart of the center, it's friendship. So this person can be your friend and lover. And like I said, whether you're with them or not. So if you're with them, if you have that person that is your friend and lover, then this is talking about that person, whether you know they're your twin or not, right? But this new love is coming in, and it is going to be a long lasting, happy life with this person. Long term, happy life with this person. So right at the center, already amazing cards, crowning and grounding this union, and at the core, true friendship. So this is a beautiful start to this spread. So, you know what? I'm going to come back to this one later because it didn't come out till later in the spread. So I'm going to come back to that one later and being guided to this one. So our past. Seven of Cups, the past. This is a cup. Seven of Cups is a card of obstacles, too many options, building castles in the sky, too many options, scattered energies, yeah, I feel like this could be projects, it could be people, it could be jobs, it could be ideas, beliefs, it could even be thoughts, you know, like external thoughts, like your family's thoughts and what they're saying about the union, your friends and what they're saying, social media and what you're seeing in posts and what you're reading in memes and all this bullshit, right? It's like all of these, that could be what all of these scattered energies are talking about. It's like there's too much information coming from the external world. There's too many scattered energies being putting too many having too many projects, having too many people, having too many ideas, having too many beliefs, having too many thoughts. There is this sense of overindulgence with that card. And like I said, it could be people, it could be things, it could be material things, it could be addictions, it could be just building castles in the sky, you know, wanting to have and create all these fantasies, but not really having any solid ground or any, maybe taking any action, or not really making any decisions, not really making any moves. The needing of having to make a decision, of having to choose and break it down to maybe just one or two, right? And so I feel like this has been the energy of the past, and maybe it could be for one or both of you. But because of that, I feel like it brought conflict between the two of you. There was this kind of competitiveness, in a sense, maybe because there was all these ideas and projects or projects or people or beliefs, you were competing. You know, you felt like you were competing, so you were at war with this person. Maybe not really understanding what the situation was, right? Where their energies were going. And for a lot of you, it could be competition, like, you know, like others in, you know, third party energies, fourth party energies, fifth party energies, you know, multiple people, you know, maybe your other didn't want to settle, you know, living the single life, not wanting to settle, or being polyamorous, right? Whatever the situation may be for you, it could just be that you guys were combating egoically, like your egos are fighting each other. There's power struggles between the relationship. Maybe there wasn't any third parties, maybe there wasn't another, and that every situation is going to be different, right? So it's whatever resonates for you, but there was some kind of needing to feel defensive. There's an aggressiveness with this card, or possibly the needing to be aggressive or assertive, but definitely combative energies, power struggles, and not really seeing the truth of the situation because we're too focused on these petty arguments, right? And so I think that it brought a lot of you guys to this feeling of, man, I've overindulged in all these energies and all these projects and people or things or places or whatever. And because of that overindulgence, I'm now feeling discontent and bored because none of it has fulfilled me. I'm feeling bored. Or maybe you're looking at the situation, the relationship, and you're thinking, I'm dissatisfied with this person because they're very superficial. And so there's a superficiality to the relationship that you're starting to see through now, and you're wanting more substance. And so this discontent and boredom could be the fact that you're done with being that afterthought. You're done with being in this situation where the energies are scattered. They're not, there's no, you're just feeling left out, right? Because the energies are either elsewhere in work and projects and other people, right? So you're like, I'm bored with that. Like if you're not gonna take a little time off of your job, or if you're not gonna leave that other person, or if you're not going to, take time away from your projects and put it into this relationship, I'm bored, I'm discontent, I'm realizing this is a superficial situation and I want more depth and more substance, so I'm leaving. And that's what I feel a lot of you have done, or a lot of you are just still sitting in this energy, not knowing what to do, right? Because you don't want to leave. Maybe you guys live together, maybe you're married, whatever the situation may be. Maybe it's hard for you to leave, and so you're just sitting in these energies of discontent and boredom, which is going to lead to more overindulgence. It's going to lead towards more disruptive energies. So it's either a recognizing of, how can I communicate this to my other, or how can I walk away? How can I walk away and stand up for yourself? Maybe it is that you need to be assertive and walk away. Maybe it is that you need to put your foot down and say something. And so I feel like for some of you in the present moment, there's, this is a card of messages, fertility. So the fact that, maybe working through those difficult energies and finding the courage to say something, or this could also be feeling isolated. Maybe you've isolated yourself from this person and you're going within, and you've, like I said, through the discontent and boredom, you're like, I'm out, I'm piecing out, and I'm going to isolate myself because I need this time to myself so I can figure out whether I want to be in this relationship or out of it, because I'm feeling like I need more substance. And so maybe for some of you, it's you working in your own self, your own financial situation, your own projects, your own career, and solidifying something in that department, creating fertility and abundance in that department. So you're isolating yourself so that you can really work on self. And more messages. So maybe there's information that's coming in, whether it be through social media, through other people, through your other messages that are coming in that are helping you understand the situation, helping you realize, okay, I'm understanding why I was feeling discontent and bored. I'm understanding why we were being combative and defensive towards each other. Maybe maybe there was communication. Maybe this person came out with the truth and told you about what was happening and why their energies were scattered. And, it could be this person has come clean about what they, maybe were building in their mind, or what it was that they were hiding from you, weren't telling you, weren't sharing with you. There's something, it's almost like something has been revealed here. And not for all of you, right? For some of you, you've gone into isolation, but I feel like for others, the message has come out. The communication has come together, and there has been some kind of manifestation of a new beginning, of new energies, right? So for some of you, you're still working on communication, and you're probably both in isolation. And for others of you, I feel like you are communicating, but it's just recently happening, right? For some of you, just now coming clean and being clear about your feelings for another, and your truths, right? So like secrets may be coming to the surface right now. So whatever these combative energies were, if because there were secrets being hidden and things weren't being communicated, then that communication is finally coming out in the present moment, or is about to come out in this present moment. And 100% you're manifesting this. You and your other are manifesting this, because on a soul level, we are striving for physical union right now. There's this need for physical union. And even if it's not going to happen right now, there's this work that needs to happen behind the scenes in order for us to get to that place where we can finally start communicating, right? So right now, for some of you, I feel like you're in that, in the backs, behind the scenes, behind the curtains, isolating yourself, working on yourself. And that's going to bring the energies of inner conflict into union. And when that happens on an inner level, then physically the union will start to slowly come back together. It's not going to be like, oh, we're together, right? But it might open up communication. It might open up, you might finally see this person after a long time, or if you've never met that person, now this person comes into your life and you're like, oh my God, where did you come from? Type of thing. And it's all being manifested by you and your other, and on a very deep soul level, and it's being guided by your spiritual entourage. This is your spiritual team working for you. We all have a team, whether you know it or not. I would suggest thanking your team, asking your team, who they are, to show themselves to you, to, just communicate with them, thank them, let them know that you recognize that they've got your back and that they're helping you through this journey. Because in reality, whether you believe it or not, they're the ones who have been behind the scenes working and tinkering away towards your physical union. And 100% on a soul level, the spirits are already united. And so that's why right now I feel like there's this deep restlessness for you to be in physical union with one another. So your souls won't rest until you're in physical union. And that restlessness, whether you believe it or not, is you wanting to unite with your other. So that just means this is the Two of Cups. That love, that harmony, that balance is coming. It's coming for you. It's on a soul level already there, right? Soul union already there. But this is the future, Ro, coming into physical union. Now that the soul union is 100% there, the physical union is like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time and you doing the work, right? And I mean, this last row is beautiful. Look at this. 4 of Wands. This is stability, foundations, wanting to create this family life, this home, this family and home with your other. And it's happening. It's there for you. in the future. This is you with your other on a spiritual union, in the spiritual, and this is you and your other on the physical. So it's happening. It's going from soul union to physical union. This is happening. And it's being guided divinely by your spiritual entourage. So yes, I think a big thanks is in order. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Okay. And this is the Justice card. This is Justice, the minor arcana of Six of Arrows. And this is a card of justice. So for some of you, it could be legal court issues. You know, maybe some of you are married with children and you're having to go through divorce, or you're having to go through custody issues, and maybe that's what's been holding you back for so long. And some of you, I think, are finally coming to that point in your life where you're like, you know what, I can't let this continue to hinder me in this department, because you're recognizing the soul love is so deep and it's so out of this world, is that you can't, like I said, your soul is restless. So for some of you, it's just, you know, justice. You know, maybe some of you were wronged in this situation back here, right? With these energies, for some of you, it's gonna be third-party situations, other parties, you know, other people coming in the relationship and creating disturbance in the union, you know, and they could have been karmic, you know, it could have been soul lessons that needed to come in for karmic lessons for your other, and you just weren't recognizing it as that. You didn't know, and that's okay, right? And so it may have caused some kind of injustice, right? And so there's this justice card coming in, letting you know, hey, justice will be served. This harmony and balance are coming. And it's just a matter of the wheel of fortune turning before that happens, right? This is a card of destiny. Wheel of fortune, destiny, fate. Like, all the chakras, all the energies are aligned, and the wheel of fortune turns with divine time on her time. This is the archetype of the mother and the son. So, you know, mother's got our back, right? Mother Gaia, divine goddess. She's guiding this journey. And it is on her time, when she chooses to turn the wheel, that this soul union will move into physical union. And here we have the Prince of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be your other, and they could be either a Leo or a Virgo, or it could just be the energies of the Leo and the Virgo, the hard worker. This is a hard worker. This person, like, doesn't take no for an answer. They will step on other people's toe to get what they want, you know, especially in the, you know, career financial department. Like, it's like, this person means business, and it's through hard work that they are able to have this pentacle in their hand, right? Like, they worked really hard. They are really hard workers, and this energy is of someone who's saying, like, you know, that's for me what comes first. So this could be you or your other, but I feel like this is definitely an energy of a person in this union, whether it be you or your other. Just, you know, knowing that, like, this energy is very, very apparent. There is one of you that's possibly more in the material and on that aspect of life, you know, than the other. And that's totally normal. And that's okay. It's all about balance. It's all about opposites coming to union. So, like I said, one of you could be very material, you know, really good with the material side of life, and the other one with the spiritual. Opposites coming into union. Opposites attracting. Opposites balancing each other out, right? So this is the Sun card. This is a card of light. One of the brightest cards, no, the brightest card in the entire tarot deck, right? But it's a card of partnership. It's a card of new beginnings. It's a card, you know, the sun rising, illuminating your union. But it's also of opposites uniting. So it could be your inner self-conscious and conscious mind. It could be your inner masculine and feminine energies. It could be your physical union of you and your other. Your opposites, your masculine and your feminine, your divine masculine, feminine uniting in partnerships, creating new beginnings, possibly even creating a family together, babies, co-creation, a new home, a family, a new relationship. It could just be the relationship. It could just be a commitment, right? But new beginnings, new love, harmony, opposites attracting. I love this. All right. So now we're going to go towards the guidance cards, and we have the Tower card, Archangel Chamuel. It says, change your life. It says, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free from procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. This card talks about letting the past go. Like leaving the past behind us, letting that tower that was built on unstable grounds fall so we can create a new one. Let's create a new one on solid grounds. And that's what we're being given the opportunity to do right now. That's why this card says new love. For some of you, it's literally destroying the old and starting fresh with the same person or with another. That's divinely guided to you. But that's only for you to know and you to find out, I guess, right? So change your life, Archangel Chamuel. Break free from procrastination. I feel like, you know, this is happening a lot where there was this kind of feelings of being stuck because, you know, there's this sense of like not really knowing what to do without your other, right? Because like I said, our souls are restless without each other, without physical union. So I feel for a lot of you, you may have been just stuck in those energies and not doing much, maybe not doing a lot with your projects, maybe, you know, creative projects came to a halt, maybe even like just you feeling low on energy, maybe, you know, even in work you were feeling slow and low on energy, but that's just all because we were focusing too much on union, right? And so it's like, okay, the tower fell, we let it fall. Some of you walked away. Some of you are just still there, but, you know, having let go of those energies. And it's like, now it's like time to really, like, it's like, I feel like you're like, okay, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I don't want. And from this moment on, what comes in is going to be exactly what you want. And you're not in a place where you're going to allow anything that you don't want into your life anymore. Where I feel like in the past, it could have been like, you know, you just didn't really want to, you didn't want to lose this person, or you didn't want to lose the connection. So you just let whatever happen, right? And you just kind of, it's almost like you lost sense of, yeah, it's just like they're like, you were focused so much on union that you lost sight of the prize. And the prize is the love that exists between the two of you. So I feel like because of all the karmic issues that came up, maybe it was just causing too much energies of defensive, warring, combat, power struggles. And for some of you, a lot of you are just like, I don't want to fight anymore. So you put your guns down, you put your weapons down, and you walked away. And in that walking away, some kind of tower situation happened. And now you're being given the opportunity to rebuild. And so it says, stay determined and move forward. Archangel Gabriel. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. So maybe for some of you, you're growing organic food. Or organic something. Herbs, spices, plants, medicine plants, whatever, right? Maybe you're helping with the saving of the ocean and using less plastic, whatever the situation may be. But I do feel like for a lot of you, because this is the twin flame journey, there is a sense of environmental activism between you and your other. So whatever that may mean for you, it's like, don't lose sight of that vision that you had, right? So for some of you, you may have seen this vision of you and your other being these environmental activists and, growing organic food and starting a farm or starting a new way of life or whatever the situation may be, right? But there was this vision that you were shown. And I feel like because of all of just the nonsense and all the karma and all the warring and ego fighting, the ego self fighting, you've lost sight of that vision. And they're like, stay determined, man. Like, that is the mission. Move forward with it. Don't lose sight of it. But I feel like right now there's a lot of drama circulating this situation because of these past energies of maybe, combative and warring and other energies and other parties and other whatevers, right? There's just a lot of drama. And so Payas Athenas is telling you to detach from the drama because we're not going to be able to see, like I said, we're not going to be able to see the truth of the situation, that there is this love that's wanting to renew itself. We won't see that truth as long as we are in the drama, right? As long as we're still saying, oh, but they don't deserve me because they betrayed me, they walked away, they abandoned, they ghosted me, they whatever, right? Like maybe you're in those energies and you're angry or you're in blame or you're in whatever. You're like, I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't want to fight and I'm just done. And so these energies and those things that you're saying, if you are, whether it's in your mind or not, are creating blocks. This is another card of blocks in the relationship, right? So this union could be blocked by your own inner thoughts, right? So that's why I said, watch what you see on social media, what you read, because that could be in your head and you could be subconsciously blocking your union with your twin because you're being programmed by the external world. It may not even be your belief. Maybe you're like, oh, I love and I accept my twin as they are, and it doesn't matter what they've done to me. I will still always love them and welcome them with open arms. And if that's how you really feel in your heart, yet your mind and your ego is saying all this other BS because of external people, articles, memes, whatever, you're creating that block energetically, subconsciously, and you don't even know it. So I feel like because of that, everyone's emotions are running a little high right now. So let's see what Moonology has to say about the emotions running high. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large like the silvery full moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. Normally it always is, right? This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up, but you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. They don't. They do not come along every day, and we need to take action. Attuned to the moon, success is close. I just must trust. Additional meanings for this card. A resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. It's right under your nose. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. Speak to the goddess. Like I said, Mother Goddess, Wheel of Fortune, turning her wheel. Speak to the goddess. Ask her for assistance. Yes. Please do, and thank her. Says the teaching, a supermoon is a new or full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the earth during its monthly orbit, an event known as perigee. If it's a full moon, the moon appears around 14% bigger at this time. The moon is known as the queen of emotions, and if you draw this supermoon card, regardless of when you do this, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. So pretty much just saying, like, try not to take things too seriously because our emotions are a little overindulgent right now. Being able to just keep your emotions in check. Take a deep breath. Let them feel them. Don't react right away, right? Feel them and use your logical left side of the brain to work them out. Easier said than done, right? All right. So yeah. Next one I'm going to go to is the spirit animal cards. And the first one that came up is wolf. Now this could be either you or your other, so just take it as it goes, or both. Guardian of family and tribe, activism, ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all. Exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, and fearless. When out of balance, judgmental and dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. Wow. Happens to be right underneath the Tower card that says, let go of the past. And next to the detach from drama card. All right. So we had 3 come out. The next one is zebra. Eccentric, creative, visionary. Ooh, my heart just went clack, 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 clack. So, for whoever of you are watching this and may have had that same feeling, this may be your other. Eccentric, creative, visionary, or it could be you, but anyways, zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well-cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. Wow. Okay, so the wolf talked about activism. Archangel Gabriel says environmental activism. This card says environmental activism, pretty much. Environmental or volunteer work. Like, I definitely 100% feel like, at least for those of you that are watching and for this spread, like, these twins are here to do environmental environmental activism work, whatever. Growing organic food, self-sustainability, plants, herbs, the like, environmentalism. We're here to save the planet and start a new earth together. And that's why we are so restless and getting into physical union, because our earth desperately needs us to get it together. If you can't tell from the external world and all the chaos that's happening in nature, Goddess is telling us, get your SHIT shit together, whatever. Oh, I love it. Anyways, okay, I wasn't finished with Zebra yet. I'm sorry. So it says, when in balance, worldly, enthusiastic, fashion forward. When out of balance, jaded, pouty, and vain. When out of, to bring into balance, an epic adventure or art. So maybe you and your other are going to go on a trip together. Maybe you're going to do some traveling together. And if you're in separation right now and you're like, ha, I wish. Manifest that shit. Manifest it. Believe it. Believe that it's coming. And it will. All right? So, last but not least of the spirit animal cards, is the Tarantula. At a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. What? Like, seriously? We're here to claim our purpose and do it together. And that's why this card, that's why all three of these cards came out for you guys. Whoa, okay. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. Wow. Scattered energies, overindulgence, codependency, addictions, scattered energies, too many options, hello. Like I said, that door closing to that old self, because we're here with we're here for a purpose, and that old self wasn't taking us down that path, right? So this new self that we've been working towards, that's the self that's going to take us towards our real purpose. It says, a habit or in order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Otherwise, your soul is going to be restless until you do, pretty much. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates, over-intellectualizes. Geez, try and say that five times fast. Anyways. Gosh, I can't talk today. To bring into balance, daily journaling. Yeah. 100%. And even if you don't know what to write about, just start writing. Today has been a beautiful day. I saw this Zodiac video that said that I should journal. I don't know what I'm journaling about, but I'm just going to start writing. And you just follow and let that go and let it flow. You don't need to know what you're doing. Just do it. Thank you, Spirit Animal cards. Now moving into this one's the major arcana that came out from the Psychic Tarot deck. And it's over here separate because I feel like this is something that we are either in the energies of needing to do or are already doing. Like I said, for some of you, you were already in that energy of the isolated, secluding yourself and really just working with self and what self needs in order to be balanced and in alignment. But this is kind of solidifying the need to go within and find the answers, find and search within for what it is that your heart is calling to you. Like I said, if you're feeling restless, it's because your soul wants physical union, because that is why we are here. That is our purpose. Our soul's purpose as a twin flame is to be in physical union, because we're obviously meant to do some kind of environmental activist work together. So until we listen to our heart and follow our inner truth, we will feel restless. When you follow your inner truth, whether you are in union or not, when we follow our inner truth and we create union within, the physical union will happen externally. Even if you're in physical union, this just means that maybe you're in physical union, but you guys aren't happy. You're not, you're fighting, you're at war, right? And so that's because you're at war with your own inner self. So maybe just needing to step away, take some time to self. Even if you're in physical union, even if you're married and have children, you ask for a little time for self to really reflect on self and what self needs in order to be in balance. Because if you continue to put your children and everything else, your job and blah, 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 first before self, you will always feel depleted. You will always feel restless. The union will never happen because it needs to happen within first. So take that time. It's only going to help you, not going to hinder. All right. And so those were the messages for the union. This is for those of you who are in separation with your twin. This is what your twin would love to say to you, or is possibly definitely thinking and feeling about you, but not being able to say it to you. Whether, for some of you, maybe you guys can be in union and maybe this is just things that they're thinking, but they're not saying to you. But for the majority of you, this is going to be for those of you who are in separation, what your other is not communicating to you, because maybe you're not even talking. Maybe you haven't seen each other in a while. And so these are the messages from the higher self of your twin flame, so that what's going on in their head, what's going on in their heart, and what they're feeling. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you're like, you walked away, right? You walked away and you're like, I'm done. I'm going to isolate myself and work on self. So you have no communication. For some of you, very little communication. So this is for you. What is your other thinking? It says, I hid my true self from you because you challenged me to expand. You were the love of my life. I didn't figure that out before. I know now that it's true. I couldn't handle your words when you were upset with me. It was too painful. I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you still linger, and I can't control them. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want to reconcile. This is also a card of reconciliation, just so you know. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. That's the message for you. I really hope that this spread spoke to you as much as it did to me. I really hope that for those of you who are feeling hopeless in physical union, that this gives you hope towards physical union, because it's coming. Can't guarantee when it's going to come. And that's just the beauty of it. We're not really supposed to know when. How boring would that be? Oh, it's going to come Thursday, December 24th at 5:35 a.m. in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, how boring. Okay? So just let it go, let it flow. Keep doing you. Keep being authentic to yourself and to your union. Keep following your path, your inner path, your heart. Connect with your spiritual entourage. Connect with your soul and your other's soul on a higher level. You can still do that. That's still available to you. If you're not in physical union, you have no physical communication, then tap into their higher self. You can do that. You have that ability. You have that power. Ask your guides, your spiritual entourage to guide you and to have your back, and thank them. Thank them daily. I really hope that this spread helped. If you have any questions, please write them down below or email me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know if you resonate. Let me know if this was helpful. Anything that you want to write, I would highly recommend just write anything that you feel inclined to, even if it's just sharing your story, because other people might read it and feel connected to it as well. But I definitely, I just really want you to know that if you are feeling any kind of hopeless, especially for those of you who are in separation, know that your other is definitely thinking about you, whether you feel it or not. They are on your mind. You are on their mind. This is a very, very deeply, divinely guided soul connection. And if we can just learn to trust and let go and let flow and let these emotions and this drama go and really see the heart of the situation, that there's love and friendship and longevity here, I really do believe that the sooner we can all do that, the sooner the union will happen on a physical level. So thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Namaste, love and light.